My name is Michael Kearns. I'm a New York State Assemblyman. I represent the 142nd District, South Buffalo, the First Ward, the Valley, Lackawanna, Orchard Park, and West Seneca, New York. There's 150 assemblymen in the state, and it's considered the People's House. And my job is to create laws and to change laws and to vote on the state budget. Even though South Buffalo, according to census numbers, is a very strong neighborhood, this neighborhood that we're going into, comparatively to the rest of my district, is very poor. We've seen a change in the neighborhood where people who may have lived there, they may have died, or they may have left their house to a loved one, and we're not seeing that same type of reinvestment and that strong home ownership that we've seen in other parts of the district. Buffum Street is a very important street because it's the street, 49 Buffum is our oldest homestead that's still standing. We decided to target this area because my feeling was, if we couldn't save the oldest house, how could we save the rest of the neighborhood? I've learned a lot. At that time I was a local official, and I learned quite a bit about South Buffalo's history and the importance of this house and the importance of the neighborhood to not only South Buffalo but to the Buffalo community.
My name is Matt Fisher. Currently I'm the Community Development Coordinator at the Old First Ward, and I've been involved with this project for over 4 years now. I previously worked for Councilmember Michael Kearns. And it's really an interesting project for neighborhood development and history. It has an awesome story behind it. About 5 years ago, just a little over 5 years ago, this house burnt down. And I didn't know this house. I've seen it before. It was always significant because it's up on a hill. But neighbors came into my office, and one of the neighbors was crying because they said, "Oh, the oldest house in South Buffalo burnt down." It was built in 1850. It's the oldest remaining house in this part of Buffalo. And it has a pretty neat design. It's called a vernacular design. I've learned a couple architectural terms over the years, but it's a very common design. But as you go inside, you'll see a lot of neat features, board and plank. They don't make houses like this anymore. It's currently owned by the Casanova Resource Center, and it has a really bright future ahead of it. It's still got some ways to go. We're searching out some grants and some more funding for this project. So it's bringing the community on board. This part of the neighborhood, there's a high concentration of absentee landlords. Just on Parkview stretch here, right in front of us alone, there's 8 vacant houses in a 4-street stretch. So there's some poverty, but there's also a lot of good neighbors that have been here many years that are fighting back. There's a strong block club that was just formed a couple of years ago called the Indian Park Association. So they're involved in this restoration. They're on this committee to restore this house. They're a part of this. So it's a really strong community trying to fight to save, and they're using this house almost as a symbol. It's a symbol of hope, so I think that's the goal of this house, and people are viewing it like that.
One thing Matt and I learned is you can't do anything alone. The Casanova Resource Center and Library took this project on for many different reasons, but one, it was important and significant to the neighborhood. 2, there would be an educational component to that. Working together, you can get things done. And without Erie Community College and their dedication to this project, we wouldn't be as far along. What they've been able to do is bring students in here and actually give them an opportunity to not only learn about a trade, whether it's hanging drywall or learning the basics of carpentry. They were able to come to the house and get real-world experience.
Interesting part of this project, it was in housing court with Judge Nowak, and they were talking about demolition in this house, and that's where Councilman Kearns came in, and the community came in working together saying they wanted to save this house. This house tells a story for the area. It's a sign of hope for the area. and it is significant in many of the architectural details.
These windows were constructed by John Gillick, but what John does is he has an apprenticeship program where he takes disadvantaged kids and he teaches them a trade. This house is not only being utilized to build up the neighborhood, we're trying to build up people's lives. History characterizes a community. You are what your history is. That's the community. 49 Buffum is our oldest homestead, something that we're very proud of. It's our past. Today, what we're trying to do in the present, we're trying to save it. We're trying to have it as an asset for the community. Our future is undetermined. However, what I do know is with our partners and in collaboration, we are going to get this project done. This has brought renewed hope to the community, and I'm very proud to say that I had a small part to be part of the 49 Buffum project. And someday, hopefully, I'll bring my grandkids here and say, you know, this was once lost and it was reborn. And this project to me is a symbol of what this neighborhood could be reborn. Thank you for coming here today. I truly appreciate your interest in this project. And if you're interested in donating, you can always contact the Casanova Resource Center at 821-0564, whether it's man-person hours, people hours, or just telling a friend about this video and passing on the word about 49 Buffum. Thank you.